Hmm. All right, Apex. All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up? And now I gotta send. I already gotta send Apex a damn support ticket. They didn't activate my PA account, and they charged me for an account that I've already passed. Let me do this real quick. Let me do it real quick. Apex. I thought it was weird. I was like, why they charge me for this account again? I mean, it was only $30, but still, it's the principle of it. Give my money back. Damn it. All right, so let's see. All right. Mm, mm. Okay. All right, guys. That was a definitely not how I wanted to start. I had to. So all right. So those that trade with MFF, be aware that they are currently doing a competition. I will be focusing on that account this week. Also, I was able to secure and lock in another payout tonight, so I will be requesting that after the bell. We've been doing really good getting paid out this week or this year so far. We definitely will have a lot more, but just able, just glad I was able to get it. And the one thing that I noticed that I see differently now is that, even though this week I was thinking about it, I was like, man, how I'm going to approach the market, how I'm going to, because all I needed was 6 points. That's it. All I needed was 6 points. And, when it's hard, but like when you need just 5 or 6 points, getting that 5, 6 points that you need is hard sometimes. But I was able to get in at the right spot. I came in at the right time, saw the opportunity for a long because I will not be shorting. I mean, I'll take a short setup, but I am not shorting. I don't think this is a week for anybody to sell or to look for selling opportunities like we did last week. Yeah, Alfred. Yeah, it definitely is, man. It definitely is. It's like I can sit here and get 60, 100 points. I think we was up like 180. Shit, we was up like 800 points in the sim easily, effortlessly. But when you just need 5 points, 6 points just to get across that finish line, it becomes the most difficult thing to do. Yeah, it becomes the most difficult thing to do. But this time, I mean, the market gods were very favorable to me tonight. I just came in at the right time, saw this little build up right here, and I was like, man, let me go along here, man. This shit's gonna pop. And sure enough, the thing popped, hit my target, closed out, locked in the payout. Damn, damn, for real. That happened tonight, or this happened on Friday. Let's talk about Friday before we get into the CFTC data. Man, look, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's a conspiracy, but I felt targeted on Friday. Cause right after the stream, tell me why when I got off the stream, price was delayed on my side. Like on my charts, it was super delayed. My charts were literally frozen. Like this chart right here was literally frozen. Literally frozen. My other chart, my backup chart, just in case if this one freezes, The price was delayed on that one. And it just seemed like it was only delayed on my Nasdaq charts and not delayed on my ES charts. And then, I had to close and reopen NinjaTrader multiple times. And it seemed like all my other charts, except for my Nasdaq charts, like all those drawings, all that work, everything that I put into it was all gone. But it was the ES chart. I'm glad that my Nasdaq chart is still intact. But the big time frame chart, the chart that we look at to find areas in the past that could potentially be areas of interest in the present, I had to redo that whole chart, and I'm not gonna lie, that one kind of hurt because that was a lot of work we put in finding areas of support and resistance that's all the way back from October of last year, working today. I was in a thing with Bookmap chat on Friday. I was telling everybody about the area that was on my chart and to watch out for it. And I was in my funded account and I couldn't, because price was delayed. Like price would say one thing, but my P&L would say another thing. I had to close out my P&L for 3K when I could have been up like 20K, man. Could have been up 20K on Friday in my funded, but I just felt so attacked because I was like, yo, why? Like, why was my charts frozen? Why wasn't I not able to trade on it? Why was price delayed on my other chart? So it was like, I don't know. I don't know if because I was trading MFF, I don't know if they did that shit on purpose. It's like he's making too much money. He's getting too much payouts. But yeah, that was kind of frustrating. Not gonna lie about that. Not gonna lie about that. That was definitely frustrating. But I was telling everybody because we had that big, massive drop. I was able to catch that drop initially, but then I saw this area right here. And because I couldn't trade it, I just got into the thing with Bookmap chat and just be like, yeah, just watch out for 480 because it's pulling right back into this area of demand. We had this breaker structure to the upside. Oh, where's my pen? Yeah, I hate sinus season. I mean, we're already in March of 2025, month 3. We just started the damn year 3 months ago, and we're already 3 months into it already. We're already in spring. Isn't that crazy? But anyway, so right here in this area, and this is why I was telling everybody to watch out for this area, those that would listen in the chat, because it was super bearish. I mean, this move down right now, it doesn't look like much now, but this was aggressive selling in the moment. And bear euphoria was definitely taken in, or it definitely was taken over. But you got to be mindful of the price action. There was enough buyers here at this level to break structure to the upside and retest a prior area of resistance. So any test back into this area was definitely going to get bought. I mean, you even had a two-legged pullback, and then you had price break out from this level and then stop run higher. And when I said that I felt tortured, like we make jokes that if you want to torture a trader, put him in front of his charts and take away his mouth so he can't trade it. I was fighting demons, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I almost opened up my Tradeovate chart and started trading, but if I did that, I was gonna lose money because I don't know how to trade with Tradeovate. It's just too. It's just yeah, I can't. Yeah. So I had to take that one to the chin. Saw the bottom, was able to capitalize on that just for this thing to pump up from like 480 ish all the way up to about 940. About a 400-point move at the end of the day that I missed out on. But we'll get it back. But I mean, like I said, I'm glad I was able to get a payout or lock the payout in. I was able to do that at least. So I'm not going to sit here and be too mad. Mm, mm. Yeah, I was actually thinking about going short here, but uh I was thinking about going short, but I figured that, maybe they want to go back up here and test this area first, and then we'll probably see that drop. But if we see that drop here, then I wouldn't mind selling into my stop here, because then that would definitely kind of solidify the short for me, because they failed to find support at this range. If they fail to find if they fail to find support here at this range right here, then we're gonna break right back down. They fail right here. We're going back down. And I think that, I mean, we can potentially see a reaction here at 800. I'm pretty sure we'll see a reaction. We'll probably see like a pullback back into this area, maybe a pullback back into 880, 890, back up into this area. And then this is where the bears are going to have to come back in and hold that short for that, for that real breakdown. I'm looking at that. Yeah, man. I don't know. Like I said, Texas, for whatever reason, I never had problems with sinuses until I moved down here. Back when I came down here for the military, at nighttime, I felt like, man, shit. I felt like shit. I was about to see the king. I thought the world was going to take me at nighttime, because it would just be so bad at night, and then during the day it'll be like nothing happened. And it doesn't happen every year, but when it happens, man, it's like, oh my god. But all right, let's talk about the CFTC data, because this is why I won't be taking any shorts. Well, I won't be taking any non-conformed confirmed shorts, because we talked about this, so I'm not even surprised that this is exactly what we're getting. I'm not surprised by this at all. Uh, Let me see something. Uh, what the hell? All right. So I'm not surprised by this whatsoever. What we talked about is exactly what the institutions did. Right now, the institutions are actually on the wrong one. That's like, I know that's not right. All right, so right now that the institutions are 59% long. 59% long. We're going for all-time highs. Don't think we're not. Do not think we're not. I mean, we might get faked out a couple of times, but that's enough buying right there to get us back, if not at all-time highs, pretty close. You got 41% short this week. 41% short, and you got 23,000 net contracts long this week. And this is what we talked about. So I'm not going to be looking, I'm not going to be committed to too many shorts this week. I don't think, I think we're going right back to clapping the bears, man. I think that's what the market's about to start doing yet again. Clapping these bears. They thought they had us. They thought they had the bulls. But now it's about to be clapping season yet again. And there's going to be so many bears that's going to be hurt, and I know it. Because of the week that we had last week, where the bears were actually holding the rotation, actually using the bears as fuel. All right. All right, that kind of confirms it. So I'm on the wrong side of this. I thought this thing would go a little bit higher, but I guess it won't. So I'm going to be selling into my stop. I'm still going to keep my stop where it's at, but I'm going to be selling into it and catching the move back down and seeing if we can get a break. And I definitely want to start doing something a little bit different. I think I'm kind of done gambling. I mean, it's no longer fun no more. I think what I'm gonna start doing is uh-huh. Okay. All right. So I mean, right now, we got a failed breakout right here. We have a fail. I mean, we got this big move down. The bulls are able to come right back up and test into this area of resistance, and we got a failure from them to hold at this range. So and we got a trend line break here as well. We got the bears breaking that trend line right there. So I do expect for the market to have some downside right here. I feel like now that I feel like I'm no longer outcome oriented anymore. At least it's starting to feel that way. Like I'm not concerned with the outcome anymore. It's if I see the setup, I'm gonna take the trade and whatever happens, happens. I think at least right now how I feel it's as long as I kind of keep things like that, regardless of how I feel about the trade, as long as I see it, as long as I trade the setup, should have nothing to fear. Because usually, with the Nasdaq, she whips back and forth before she moves in the direction. But I mean, yeah, she moves back and forth. But I mean, I've been doing a lot of homework over the weekend, and I'm not saying that she 100% does this, but usually she likes to do these little false breakouts. Like she'll pull back, kind of like right here. Like she'll kind of look like she's going in one direction, and then out of nowhere, she'll do candles like this, where obviously the bears were trying to short it here, or they were trying to short this retest right here. And unfortunately for the bears that tried to short right here, they got stopped out just for it to go in the direction that they were trying to short in the first place. So it's like the Nasdaq does that. So again, if you have a level Like if you got, I mean, if you shorted this level right here and you got stopped out, from what I've seen from the Nasdaq, if you get back in right at that level, you'll get your money back. You'll get your money back. Kind of like what I'm doing right now is getting my money back. Mm, yeah, yeah, we're definitely going down. Uh, yeah, I no longer have the ES chart on my thing anymore. The ES double topped at an area of resistance. Oh yeah, so let me talk about this. So I've been collecting the data from my NA meetings, and I started to collect the data for the ES, and I just stopped. Honestly, I'm kind of glad that I'm just focusing. So I'll look at ES. I do have ES on my other charts, but I'm not taking another trade on ES because obviously my with the ES, my NA meeting levels for the ES are damn near perfect. Usually maybe 2 or 3 points of drawdown, and you're catching at least 20 points, 10 points, 11 points, or whatever, right? Yeah, like I use one contract, 11 point stop, and you can see that it's like an average of 23. I mean, these levels they hit, but I want to bring attention to the P&L, and this is kind of why I really don't care for the ES. For 16 points, it's only $800. We caught a 55 point move, 55 point down bounce, and that's only $2,700. Our 30 point move was only 1,500, and this is on one contract. Look how much points that you got to catch on the ES just to crack into the 4 digits. Just to crack, I mean, 8 points is only $400. 8 points, 400. I mean, but that's a good trade on ES. 23 points on ES, $1,100, and altogether, if I was altogether, I mean, I didn't finish it because I was like, you know what, I'm not trading the ES. I'll share my levels with the ES, but I'm not trading it. So far, it was only $1,400. Now look at the Nasdaq. Now these are my Nasdaq levels for my NA meetings. So far, we made 90K year to date, $95,000. $95,000 on my NA meeting. Catching all these points, we've caught bottoms, and we only had a few losses. Only had a few losses this year. But if you traded the levels and only these levels, and the way that I calculated uh, the lowest from my entry point to the highest before a pullback, because anything after that would be unrealistic. I mean, I would hold it, me personally, but uh, outside of me and people that are not necessarily comfortable with holding the Nasdaq long term, that's how I calculated it. And you can see that with the Nasdaq, we average about at least 80, 50 points, and you can see the P&Ls on these things, man. 305 points, 6,100, 86.1700. So it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna just lock in on the Nasdaq and just focus on her because the money is over here. And this is just on one contract. Y'all know we don't trade one contract. The money is on the Nasdaq. Shit, last week alone, we made 23K. 23K just on the NA meetings. We made 23K. And these are our results. We only had about 6 losses last week on the NA meetings and only 11 wins. And we caught the bottom too we caught this bottom right here, February 26th on that Thursday, a 760 point move from this level, a 314 point move from this level, and a 127 point move, catching the bottoms 3 times last year. So, last week. So, like I said, as I do this homework over the weekend, I'm starting to see that, yeah, if you don't go tilt on the NASDAQ and just accept your loss, and because the NASDAQ will stop you out sometimes, depending on your entry, depending on where you get in at, she'll stop you out. But if you don't go tilt and re-enter, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get your money back. Kind of like this situation right here. Mm. I think what I'm gonna start doing again is I think with Apex, I think is it Rhythmic? I think I got like a Rhythmic account with Apex. I mean, I doubt it. It don't look like that. It looks like it wants to at least finish this leg. This looks like a 2-legged pullback right here. I mean, I doubt it. Looks like a 2-legged pullback though. Yeah, 'cause you gotta. All right, so let's see if we can get that first target hit without any shenanigans from the Nasdaq. It's looking pretty good. I think we should get that first one hit at least. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Oh crap. So I'm pretty sure everybody's familiar with the Zelensky incident that happened, I believe Friday. Anybody that missed that, man, that was probably the first time that's ever happened where uh, world leaders were actually fighting like children in front of the media, which was very interesting to see. Very interesting to see. And all the videos about young men in Ukraine being forced to join a losing war. I'm not gonna lie, those videos did bother me. That's definitely a feeling of helplessness right there, where you're just randomly snatched off the streets and being forced to join a fight that you don't even have like that you did not volunteer for. Like they literally snatching these men off the street, traumatized. I saw another video where they straight up the mother came and they were holding it back, and the mother had to witness traumatizing her son being taken away and being forced to join the military. There, let's get that first target hit. You don't want men like that in your military. If you force them in, especially if you're trusting these men to represent the country and fight for you, all they're going to remember is how they was abducted off the streets, and those are usually your candidates for people giving away insider information, attacking their own comrades and stuff like that. All right, you don't want people like that. You need people. That's why the military kind of did away with the draft. We still have it, but they know that if you force people to fight, it never ends. It never ends good because they're going to hold that resentment forever. They will never dedicate their hearts to whatever cause if they're forced into it. Mhm. And honestly, it's shame on the president of Ukraine, Zelensky. Shame on him for allowing something like that to even happen, especially when he was offered an opportunity to end the war and he chose to throw a tantrum instead. But apparently, Europe, or apparently he secured a $1 billion loan, so he's going to continue with the fight, which, like I said, is very irresponsible. If it was his sons or if it was him on the front lines, obviously we know that we know that there'll be more of a push for peace, but because that's not the case, that's usually what happens when we have leaders without children. I don't know if he has children or not, but I know they're not fighting in that war. I know they're not being abducted off the streets and being forced to fight. I know that. So yeah, that was very interesting to me to see something like that. Mhm. Honestly, I mean, I think the world is kind of desensitized about a lot of stuff because I mean, honestly, I don't even see what the big deal about him not wearing a suit. I mean, he was just there to sign a piece of paper, which they could have electronically sent to him, through DocuSign. Told him to sign that shit. It'll be crazy. So, something interesting was said at that meeting, which I want to talk about, but Trump said that you're playing around with World War III, and I recently saw a video kind of talking about what they may have meant. Because if Ukraine keeps continuing to fight and it drags countries in Europe into this fight, because obviously the United States has been his biggest backer. Obviously, we all know that. And all it takes for something to happen, because we all know that Russia is a nuclear superpower. Not only are they a nuclear superpower, but they have resources out the wazoo. I mean, they have nothing but resources, and they're allied with China and North Korea, apparently. And this could potentially be a world war if Zelensky keeps going around asking, "Can you please help me? Can you please help me?" Now, I'm not saying that he shouldn't protect his country, obviously, but when it's time for peace talks, you should, especially if you're on the losing side, you should shut the hell up and listen and try to reserve as many lives as possible. Because I'm thinking if they kill all their men there in Ukraine, uh, I mean, I understand that they believe that women can have babies without men now. I mean, I understand that they're that delusional. But if you kill all your men and you just have a society of women, uh, how are these women going to give birth to Ukrainian men if you kill them all? And that's what I was sitting here thinking the whole time. How are you going to replenish your population without men if you're going to kill them all off? But like I said, I understand that they believe that women can. I mean, I read this article where there was like women can have sperm in their bone marrow and they can get themselves pregnant. I mean, at the time, I didn't know no better, so I was like, "Oh, that's interesting if true." But now I understand. Yeah, okay, that makes sense, right? Yeah. So, but apparently he went to I forgot where he went, but he secured another $1 billion loan. So it'll be interesting. Like this is what I hope that it does not. What I hope they don't. What it doesn't happen. Because he came over here to sign a minerals deal with the United States, so we can at least get some of the money back that we've sent over there to Ukraine. What if he wants to, give Trump the biggest FU and sign a minerals deal over there in Europe with them instead of with the United States? That would be the biggest FU to Trump, and I'm pretty sure that could potentially happen. Hopefully it doesn't, because that's going to escalate a lot of things. because that's exactly what the United States wanted. Was the minerals over there? Because like I said, Russia is so resource rich, and Ukraine is right there. So shit, all the minerals that's over there, that would definitely be good for the American economy if that deal was signed. That's why they were so adamant about getting it signed. I mean, let's not be fooled. I mean, yeah, they want to stop that war, but shit, if it came down to them signing that deal and the war going on, their prime objective is signing that deal. It's kind of like Africa with all their resources, but mm. Mm. I wonder if they're gonna break this trend line or if they're gonna hold it. Because I mean, if we see a break right here, we can definitely see a flash all the way back down to 850. I do think that we could potentially see 800. I do believe that 800 does look like a hot spot, but I don't think it may hold. I think we might get a flush and then it'll come back up. I don't think it holds the first time because the liquidity actually came down here. The liquidity was not at 800. There was no liquidity form at 800. This is a stop run right here. So this right here is a stop run, and this is where the block of liquidity is right here. So I think that the market comes back down, it runs 800, probably taps right here, and then we'll see a push up. We said so. NQ did a sweep of Friday's close and then came back down. Yeah, yeah. I'm kind of glad I didn't trade. I mean, I almost jumped in at the open. I would have went long, obviously. I mean, I would have went long because that was a lot of momentum from Friday's session, a lot of bullish momentum, and I kind of figured that we was going to see this drop. Because this is an Apex account, I will reduce my risk on this. I will reduce my risk. 916. Oh, actually, yeah, I'll leave it where it's at. It's only 18-point stop. It's 18-point stop. I'll leave it where it's at. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. Shit. If you're not in any cryptocurrency, this is not financial advice. But if you're not in nothing crypto right now, uh, you could be making a big mistake. Could be making a big mistake. Yeah, that's definitely going to drop down. Definitely about to drop. I mean, I got the Melania coin. Then that's about it. I was able to get in. So my original entry was at 350. I was going to scale in at 150, but I was like, man, this shit's gonna probably go lower. It's gonna probably go underneath the dollar. And when it got to 85, I scaled into the rest of my position. I only put $200 into it, I think. I think $150 into it, and that's all I'm putting into it. Well, I'm not gonna cry about $150, but I'm not going to be foolish and put millions of dollars into a meme coin. All right, so XRP. Oh shit. Oh damn. I didn't know it did that. Oh damn it. Oh man. Oh shit. Ah damn. Damn it. I didn't know it did that. I would have bought some XRP. I would have scaled into some. I mean, I'm still in around 40 cents, so I'm originally in at 45 and I scaled in at like 55, 70, 65, somewhere in there. I think I got like what 300 coins and I'm just going to hold it. I mean, I'm up about like 2 or 3k right now. I'm just going to hold it. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not touching it at all. I'm just going to let it run. But I was going to say get into some XRP if it had a dip, but it looks like the dip already happened unless we get lucky. Yeah. The dip happened on Doge as well. 30 cents. That's looking like the bottom, honestly. It's looking like the bottom. So the highs is around 74 cents. Man, how low can this thing go? I mean, that looks like a bottoming pattern right there. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, unless they trend this thing all the way up. I mean, it looks like they're having a little bit of trouble at last week's close right here. Last week's close is around 908. Looks like we're seeing a little bit of reaction from that level. Oh, my bad, Rookit. My bad. The news is I think Trump did something with crypto. Give me a second. Yeah, so Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency rally as Trump announces a U.S. crypto reserve. So this is obviously by the rumor, probably selling the news on this one. But tomorrow, so says tomorrow either bloodbath from Crazy Chop or crash back to the lows. I think we see a crash back down, at least back down to around like 780, and then we'll probably see a bounce from there. I mean, I don't actually. What I'm gonna do here is I'm not gonna limit into this. I'm gonna sell into it. Like if I see a rejection, I'll sell into it versus a limit because this thing could shoot up and I want to get the best entry possible. Yeah, I definitely agree. Because I mean, the market has already kind of made it. It's made a pattern already. Man, that's just so weird. I don't have ES on this thing no more. Hmm. ES might see a rejection back around like 970 because that was like what Monday's high. We got to stop run above. Sorry, we got to stop run above that high, and then we got to crash down. So there's definitely going to be sellers around that 970 level on the ES. So I mean, unless the ES is going to take out that session high at 984, which I doubt. I mean, it could, but I doubt it. Maybe 975. We'll see. We'll see if the Nasdaq rejects here. I mean, if we see a rejection right here from the Nasdaq, then that's definitely a good sign. If we see a stop run going higher, then that's not going to be a good thing. Hold on, guys, give me a second. All right, let's see. I mean, we're getting a little bit of selling, but like I said, I wouldn't trust that. Mm, I'll leave my sell stop where it's at, though. I mean, if they don't, I mean, all right. So the way that this is looking to me is if we don't see a push back up into this range, then we could see a break here. We could see a break. I mean, where else is price going to go? Because obviously you got this leg down right here. We got a pullback, what looks to be resistance right here. We got a pullback. And this will be your second leg, depending on how the bulls want to play this one. I mean, the CVD is negative right now. The CVD is negative. But it looks like looking at Bookmap, it looks like 21K could be the bull's objective right now. 21K, 21K. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, because like I said, I think the market wants to come up here. I think it does. You know what? Hmm. That's a scale then. Yeah, if I get stopped out of this one, then I'll just come back tomorrow. Yeah. Not gonna Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, I guess I might as well just do it, right? I might as well. All right, so let's see what happens here. I mean, we got both the 21 and the 50 sloping to the downside, but I mean, the only thing that I see now is, I mean, either the Bulls knock or the Bulls push past this, or the Bears are gonna have to knock this down. I mean, they're gonna have to come back in right here and hold. You have to see a hold right here, because if it doesn't, then we're just gonna see a stop run going higher. Hmm. Okay. Mhm.
We also have
Mm. All right. Let's see what they do here. I'm gonna have my sell stop right underneath my entry, right there, and try to trail it as best as possible. Try to get the best entry as possible. All right, so let's see how this closes. Let's see if we'll get the stop run right here. Look at the ES real quick. Mm. You know what? Yeah, let me check that because maybe I should do it like that. Ah man. Uh, okay. Like I said, this may be tough for her. This may be tough. Mm, huh. And I feel like this thing should hold, but then I'm preparing myself for a little stop run right there. I mean, that level is holding. At least so far is holding. You could see a stop to the upside. Hmm. 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 Yeah, I kind of figured that. Uh, no, I'm just let my stop work. I mean, if I get stopped out on this, then I get stopped out. I kind of figured that this was gonna happen. I thought the Bears would do a little better job than holding this area off. Yeah, I don't want to. Hmm. So I'm gonna leave. I don't want to do that actually either. Hmm. No. Yeah, you might as well just put it right there. Yeah, that's enough right there. Yeah, this is definitely where. Yeah, I'll definitely try to go long here. Shit, I already got my limit setting right there on my other account. But we should definitely see a price comes back and fill these orders, and then we should see a bounce from here. Hmm. Well, shit. I mean, if I got in right here at this trend line and just rolled it all the way back up here. Hmm. I mean, at least getting out right here, that would have been a good trade. Yeah, that would have been a good, damn good trade. Hmm. All right, so it looks like I'm probably gonna get stopped out of this one. Yeah, okay. So I guess I should have just trusted the trend line on this one. All right. All right, so I made a mistake here. I traded against the trend line. I thought we was gonna at least try to break this, but hmm, I don't know. I'm not gonna add. I'm not gonna move my stop or anything. I'm just gonna let this trade play out. I'm gonna let it play out. Yeah, I should have known that the market was probably going for a VWAP. I should have known. Instead of scaling in down here, I should have just probably just scaled in that VWAP. But I mean, the bears need to hold this crap. Mm. All right, Alfred. Have a good night, man. I'll be here for the next I'll end the stream around like 10:15. We'll see what happens with this. Give it about like 9 more minutes. Yeah, now I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt about this one. All right. I mean, shit, even if they do drop it here, I still could have just caught the long right there. But mm, mm. It's about like 36, 40 points right there. All right, man. You gotta watch out for stuff like that. I mean, structured, I mean, it does look like it could continue to go up from here, but structure doesn't necessarily look bullish either. Oh yeah, that hourly chart does look. That hourly chart does look super bullish. Yeah, the hourly does look super bullish. You got a pin bar. You got price opening there, the highs. Yeah, that's bullish. Didn't I mean unless they yeah, it's unlikely. Yeah, that's unlikely to happen. Like they just sweep the high and then reverse. That's unlikely to happen. Like I said, I'm not gonna move my stop or anything. I'll just take the loss. We'll come back tomorrow. Because I think I mean unless the market gods are gonna be super merciful to me with this one. This one's gonna end up being a loss. I should have just checked the hourly before. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Right. Okay. All right, guys, that's it for me. I'm just gonna come back in tomorrow. I'm definitely going to be looking for opportunities to make that money back for sure. Um, yeah, I mean, I should have taken that. I mean, I should have just. Okay, I'm definitely going to start doing that this week because that's definitely been these trend lines has just been. Hmm, okay. Hmm, all right. But all right, guys. Yeah, we'll come back tomorrow. I'm not even going to chase that loss. I'll just come back tomorrow. Get it. Hope. I mean, tomorrow. I usually, for whatever reason, my sinuses flare up at night, so tomorrow I shouldn't be as scratchy as I am right now. So we'll definitely come back in tomorrow, and we'll look for more ways to earn some more money. And with that said, peace out, everybody. Have a good night.